So now I'm thinking, and if you can, I would say get a private server. Because you cannot believe how many people are watching this. I mean, you can't imagine it, but all those keywords of Chico, independent music, right there is flags for China, flags for Russia. Those are the two countries we had problems with hacking. So, and we're only a small, festival, but I think it's because it's very liberal. And one of them was going to be a Kandinsky film of avant-garde, and the art is not repatriated yet. We had people from Russia come out here. We found them watching us. There you go. And I could do a documentary on art, on it. We were going to do a documentary on the film festival because the problems were like more than the festival, and everybody's like thinking I'm exaggerating and lying, and I'm like, no, I haven't even told you like a quarter of it. Like, we don't know why this is happening, but basically that means it's really good. So like the indie music, I would just say label everything as independent music. Everything. Just use that keyword. I used to sell keywords in placement and design for SEO, so I know how those work, and that is how it works online. If you can get somebody to invest, it's $10,000 for a year of like 50 keywords where you eat up every top 3 spots in Google.
SEOs.
They eat it, and they can't bounce you out of the first 3 positions for a year. You get at least 200 hits a day.
No.
It takes 3 months to crawl because it's legal. It's not black hat service, which means jumping. If anything jumps quickly, it's not legal. But if it crawls, it takes about 3 months, and all of a sudden you're getting from 2 phone calls or requests a day for the DVD to 16 to 32. It crawls like that exponentially, and then if you stick with it for like 2 to 5 years, this film is, in my market, this is a 5-year-old film. It sells for 5 years. But Netflix, I would call now. Just because they have some of the best music documentaries out now. And some hard ones that I haven't found, that I found on there.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. We hitting up Netflix because they could handle the legalese around it. Where it's like it's a Netflix exclusive from then on.
Well, it's not a Netflix production,
but they can still make it exclusive.
They're your distributor.
They could pursue people trying to steal it.
Well, A&E produced it, but A&E is only going to show it a few times a year.
I'm talking about this that we're filming right now too. This local music documentary.
That's what I'm talking about.
And then the Guinness thing is something separate.
Yeah.
But this documentary here, we should probably. They have some pretty low-budget documentaries on Netflix.
Yeah, they do.
Some pretty lame stuff. Did you see the documentary about the parking lot booth?
No.
Where there's like this guy that owned this parking lot for 30 years in like Philadelphia, and he hires kind of like artist miscreants to like work the booth and be like $2 every day, and it has become known as like the friendliest and like most like skater friendly parking lot in the country, and it's in like Virginia. God. There's a whole documentary about 10 years of I used to work at the booth, and it's like someone's like making coffee somewhere and be like,
I'll give you a good example of what I can compare.
Come on.
What I can compare you guys to. Okay, so skateboarding is really big in Ventura, and I grew up and would spend the summers in Carlsbad, California, and my friend worked at Airwalk, right? Tony Hawk, 23 years ago. So we get all this Airwalk stuff, and we were like, this is cool. And we knew all the skaters from Ventura, which were surfers. We knew surfers, but they were all skaters, but we didn't think anything of it because nobody made money skating. So Dogtown comes out, and like, we grew up with them. I mean, the female director, she's incredible. She lives in Venice Beach. And then it was the documentary, right? Great documentary. Have you seen Dogtown?
I have, actually, yeah.
And then the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because it's real. We were all there. This all happened. And it was the scene in San Diego. That was the scene back then. It was just, that's how it was, And all of a sudden, this weird skateboard world happened that was kind of weird to normal surfers and stuff. Like, kind of cheesy, actually. But that's how you if you would be surprised that I Play in Chico could turn into a movie
Right.
because there's so much drama here.
We'll keep that line. So tell me, I mean, you know, even though your focus is film, it seems that you have
Live filming of music.
yeah,
That's
you
my background.
you have a kind of connoisseur's awareness of what it takes for a band to be good. You know, like what things should people have taken care of before they even get on stage?
Yeah.
Like what I mean, what would you locally, you know, if you had to give some of that experienced advice?
Go out and meet people first, hang out. Don't just sit at home and think you can online everybody on Facebook, because that's gotten really lame. And you know, we got popular. You know, I grew up with the Mother Hips, and Mike Wolfchuk was my best friend my first year here. He was in the Beer Nuts. He had never played drums before. I don't know if you know Mike's background, but he has no, you know, musical background. Yeah, and he was like just partying. He wanted to drink beer, and he got free beer, and that was how it was back then. Nobody cared. And then we used to bring our friends up from LA, Vomit. They were in the band Theater. Matt Shidgy, famous player in LA, and he just died. So I grew up with Matt my whole life. I mean, they played at the Roxy when they were 14.